Hello and good morning. It's Friday. For some of you, that's an awesome day. For others, well, it's like any other day. Me, it's kind of like any other day. Anyway, my name is Tracy. My channel is Not Afraid of Color, and my friends call me T. And so we have been working on the Fun with the Color Wheel for June 2026. And there is on the very first installment, there's a link to the prompts and the rules. So if this is your first time watching, then you can find that on the very first one that says fun with the color wheel. Um, and we have completed 1, 2, and 3. So last night we did red, orange, and I'm going to recap. So the first prompt was to do our representation of the color wheel, and this is mine. You do you do yours your way, any way you want, just as long as all the colors on the color wheel are on there and in the place where they belong, ish. Okay. I do not want you to should on yourself at all during this series. I want you to have fun. And then our second day was red monochromatic, meaning just red. But I used a lot of my free colors, which are the neutrals, black, white, and metallics. I didn't use any metallics in this one, but those are part of your free colors that you can use on any page. And then last night we completed this page with the red, orange, and I used kind of rust as my example. Today we're going to do something a little bit more playful. So our color is orange. And the prompt is, I don't need that anymore. Let's get this out of the way. The prompt is split complementary. So, looking on your color wheel, your split complementary is going to be your main color, your pure color here, and any variation of it. And it's going to be basically the color on either side of the complementary. So that's a split complementary. So we've got blue green and blue violet as our split complementary. And so also create a collage with red orange as the primary color. Add accents of its complementary color, blue, green, teal, aqua. Oh no, that was last night. Split add texture to the page with a stencil or random. Bonus points if you add a texture paste. Use orange as your primary color and do a split complementary for your accent colors. So that's what we're doing today. And I have pulled out, I better not put that there because I might use that if I can find it, parts. I have pulled out my Mod Podge and my texture paste and a stencil. And I picked this stencil. Um, Then I've got various inks because I'm going to have to mix my blues and purples to get violet blue. I just don't have any ink that's violet blue. I might have, excuse me, I might have in my Catherine Pullers, but I sold them. Hi, Jay. Good morning. I've taken out some collage paper. So this is black and white. And I've taken out, you guys are going to love this because we're doing chickens today. I've taken out my Simon Hurley chickens because I want to do fun. Bright orange, bright and fun. And then I've taken out some postage stamp dies because that's kind of my plan. We'll see if it goes as planned. But I'm going to start with my collage paper. Let's see which one I want to use here. I think I'm going to use this one. And I just want it in the corners here. So I'm going to grab my paintbrush here and just kind of wet it here so I can tear it. It just tears easier if it's wet. And and this stuff's kind of protected, but it kind of goes in the direction you want it to. Kind of. It's kind of being a brat too. Maybe I'll just try tearing it without that. That's going to go here. And then I'm going to do the other corner. Morning, Tina. I don't need a ton of this, but because it's going to be a collage, I want to make sure that I represent it as a collage. I always look forward to Fridays because there's new episodes of, well, there was new episodes, but there wasn't one last week of, oh, dang it, Bobby, I can't remember the name of it. It's like a spin-off of The Handmaid's Tale, and a spin-off of Yellowstone, which I absolutely love. So, I've got my Mod Podge here. Oh, do you? Hey, it's a great glass. And then I could just throw the lid on and forget about it, you know, for a minute. Okay. And I'm just gonna, I want my Mod Podge a little watered down, so I'm just gonna pour some in this tray. And I like doing them in these trays because then you can just, after it dries, you can just peel it off. Just want to make sure my lid's on here properly. I don't need a ton of it because I only need this. I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then I have, this is a Simon Hurley silicone brush. I'm just going to brush that on. And I'm just going to lay this down. Come here, you. Eh, you will not move like that again. I'll eat you for breakfast. Hope everybody's well today. I'm hoping to get results from my tests today. And I don't want this super thick on here. And that's why I like this, because it kind of will let you kind of scrape off. But I also don't want the bubbles. Good morning, Peggy. Late night snack. Yeah, collage is always fun because it's just freeing, you know? It's like there's no specific, I mean, there are rules, but you know what I mean. You just kind of go where you want to go with it. Stick that down a little before I start scraping at it with the brush. It's all down. Okay. So that was our free color, our black and white, right? But I'm not doing any neutrals in this one. No, I am not. So I made myself some sticky rags here. Had an old t-shirt that I tried to put on this morning, and it, you know, the kind that squish around your stomach. I'm like, nope, not wearing that one today. Let's clean that up. So I sat there and cut it up this morning. Hey, Chow. Thank you, Peggy. I'm just going to go ahead and give this a dry. I have a little bit excess here. I'm just going to kind of wipe that down. Doesn't matter because I'm about to put texture on here next. And this is just our background. That's not quite stuck down. Needed to be stuck down. You just don't want to stick, do you? Mod Podge dries pretty fast. And this is a matte Mod Podge. Let me go ahead and trim off that excess. You could tear it off, but usually when I try to do that and it's not quite dry, I just end up ripping it. I'm just going to cut them off. Hi, Gaz. Good morning. Chow, did I just now say hi to you? Oh my gosh. I might be getting dementia. All right, now texture. Yes, indeedy. Let's grab this stencil. And I believe I'm going to put my texture right through here. This is stencil from Joggles. Couple of magnets here. Kind of hold things down. Ish. I'm thinking, do I want to put this on my sticky mat? No, it's not necessary because the texture doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm gonna grab my texture paste. Hi, Jana. Good morning. Mediocre arts and craft bug, right? Run my texture, and I want the whole thing. And I'm not trying not to put it too thick. This is my favorite texture paste, this Ranger. I like the way it behaves, and it doesn't dry out too much. You got to use it though, friends. You got to use your stuff. Stencil off. I'm going to set this aside for a second and kind of clean off my stencil here. That's what I cut these up for, so I don't wreck my good rags. And I'm only cleaning out the stencil because I use texture paste. If it was paint, I would just leave it, as you can see. Because no big deal on the paint, but the texture paste will keep it from sitting flat if you don't get it wiped off. There we go. Oh no, dried gesso. Girl, did you try alcohol? Hi, Shannon. Okay, I'm gonna give this a dry because I want to add color to the background. And this is where we're going to use the biggest amount of orange. And like I said, this stuff dries pretty quickly if you don't put it on too thick. There, maybe you can see it there. I do love the crackle paste too, by the way. Okay, I'm going to get out my splat box. That's one thing I forgot to grab. Because I'm going to spray now. It's in there. And I have here carved pumpkin and dried marigold. And I'm going to start with the dried marigold. And then come in with the carved pumpkin. I really want this to run down. So I like it when I put texture, when you put texture paste, it will sink into the little crevices. And I like that. I do. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this off. If I don't, I'll forget it's there, and then I'll try to do something pink or something, and I won't realize that the orange is there. There's certain colors you don't want to mix orange with. Unless you like brown, and I do like brown. So there's that. Okay, we're done with those. Let's give it a dry. Oh, your internet's sketchy. You know, another thing to try is 20 Mule Team or Borax if you have it. You might just have decorated slides. I'm just only going to dry this part way because I'm going to go ahead and get to work on the you know, the focal points. And it can finish drying while I do that. Yeah, just paint them all the way. Yep, today's orange. Today's color is orange with split complementary. So the split complementaries are violet or blue violet and aqua. And like I said, I've been doing some kind of different mixed media types with each page. And I just feel like this color here really deserves to pop and not be muted down by neutrals. Okay, now I'm just going to set this over here and I'm going to grab my stamp platform. I'm going to get my big one here, big Misty, if I can. Ugh. Oops, dang it, Bobby. Get that out of the way, throw you on the floor. And I've grabbed some Tim Holtz watercolor paper because I am going to be watercoloring the chickens with various things, anything I can find to get the colors that I need. So I'm going to do 3 chickens, and I have the dies for them, but I'm not going to be using the dies. I'm just going to put these like in a frame. So I want to make sure I have plenty of space. I'm going to use this framing guy. I absolutely adore these chickens. I do. I'm going to use this goofy looking guy. And then the third one I'll use, I think, is going to be her. I'm just going to put her on top because I'm only going to do two at a time. You know what? I have such tough hands. You should see. If you think my hands are tough, you should see my feet. Okay, and I'm going to stamp with Versified Clair, and I'm going to use black because I have black in here. And it may take a few stampings because this is watercolor paper, and this is the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. I can't find my Simon Hurley. And since I might want to do heavier on the water, I'm better off using the Tim Holtz. You know, I had a pushy thingy, but I don't know where it is, and I just can't be asked to have it on my desk with all the other crap. I love these chickens. I do. And roosters, chickens and roosters. But I took out my more journaly type words, and these are hero arts. Um, because of the design I have in mind. Yeah, a little bit more on this guy. Just right there on his tail. Yeah, everything else is good. I'm going to leave these right here. And the reason for that is because some of the paints or colors that I might decide to use are going to need a second stamping over top. So one of my problems was in my inks, I did not have, um, this is the only kind of violet blue that I have in watercolor. Um, and I really want it darker, but I may still use this. It's still in the range. So I was thinking that I would mix. And so I took out another, where are you? Another one of these guys because my, you know, I need a way to mix these. And that magnet's in the way and you're in the way. We'll just put you right over here. So I was thinking that I might do Dusty Concord and Blueprint Sketch. Blueprint Sketch is pretty close, but it's still a little more in the blue range. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay some of that down and then lay some of this Dusty Concord down because I need some purple in there to make it violet blue and then mix them together and see if I get more of a violet blue. And I do. So remember that these are accent colors. So you don't want, or I don't want, huge amount of the accent colors. I want some. This still looks a little bit more towards the purple side to me. Let's grab some more of that Blueprint Sketch and see if that's better. We'll do this guy. And I'm partly off screen. No, I'm not. I'm here as best I can be. Oh, shoot, my paper moved. Not good. So I'm not going to be able to stamp over this one because my paper moved. Fine, be that way. Do a little strippy here. Strippy here. Now I'm going to grab these two colors. Yeah, they do have the personality, don't they? See, this is a little bit on the opaque side. It'll dry back a little. These guys are super easy to paint though. I think I want to a little bit of that on there and get a little bit lighter. Do this one. Okay, and this one right here. It's very light, probably too light. There we go. Do another light one right here. And then let's come over here and grab some more of this. Lighten it up best I can. It's a little bit lighter than the first coat that I did. Now I want it a little bit darker. Let's add some more blueprint sketch. Grab some of this purple and then come in and grab it. See how it goes. See how it goes. Yeah, it's still kind of a blue violet, so. I mean, the blueprint sketch is pretty close to violet. Try not to be a sloppy slob about it here. Okay. Hey, Kalinda. Hey, Maddie. Bye, Peggy. Crisp. Carefully paint his little head. Then I'm going to let them dry and then paint the background with that light, that color right there, which is a light blue violet. And by golly, you don't have to be as picky as I am. But I am kind of a needs to stay in the lines kind of gal. And I'm not letting it dry between colors, so I'm being very, very careful. I want to water this down a little, get the little beak. Okay, there's that one painted. Now I'm just going to go ahead and paint this one off of the thing because I'm afraid my paper's going to move around. Okay, and I'm going to start this time with my orange. Little rooster dude. And do you want to give him a little orange beak too? Yeah, let's do. Oh, I got too much paint. Too much paint. Be careful. I don't have alcohol markers anymore. I have some super cheap ones, but I sold all my alcohol markers. Other than my the few Spectrum Noir that I have. Let's give a little right there. Yeah, year before the chickens. It is called, these guys are called, where the stamp set? The set is called Spring Chicken, and it's one of Simon Hurley's most popular. Dang it, Bobby, I'm dropping things. Spring Chicken. And so those are all the chickens that are on there, and there's little eggs, and then there's cute little sayings. I don't go for the sayings, but that's just me. Okay, I want the aqua. And I could use a dark aqua here too if I wanted to, but I'm not. I wanted to keep it simple, but I am going in lighter there, so I'm going to get my watered down version over here. A little bit more water. Okay, and then we'll come in with the blue violet. Luckily about these chickens, there's not a lot to paint. Ah, stinker. I hate when that happens. A little water in the thing dripped down. I need paper towel. Quick, quick. Move quickly. Okay, now I have to do my third chicken. Move you guys over here so you can kind of dry. Well, that's why, because I dipped this all the way in the water. Bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, where did I put my stamp platform? Here it is. You guys can just go over here. Should have another piece of paper. Here it is. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the stamps are still available. They order more because this is such a popular set. Okay, sweetheart. My Versafine Clair out. Oh, where's the goober on that chicken leg, that chicken tail? Wipe your finger off, dummy. That's good. Okay, not done with that, so I'm not going to put that away. I'm done with this. This out, paint her. And I've decided it's a her. Maybe it's not, but I've decided it is. Okay, let's clean brush. Get the orange first. I want to water that down a little bit. We're supposed to get storms this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it. My favorite thing to do is nap when it's storming. But I have stuff to do, so I'm not going to be allowed to do that for very long. Forgot to have Mike get Epsom salt. I'm going to make my own laundry soap. I know you guys think I'm nuts, but I keep getting, like, I bought some all free and clear thinking that it would help, but it still has a smell to it, and I don't like the smell of most shampoos and laundry soaps. It's almost like when I was pregnant with one of my kids, I couldn't even brush my teeth. Like, I had to brush them with baking soda because I couldn't stand the mint taste of the toothpaste. I feel like one of those peoples that has sensitivities to smells and stuff and complains, but I don't. Not out loud anyway. I just complain in my head. Because I'm not going to begrudge somebody their perfume. Or make them feel bad, you know? And that's just not me. Yeah, a power nap would be good if I actually did it that way, but what happens is that I fall out and I'm out for a couple of hours. Especially if I'm having really good dreams. Need chicken lips on her. Okay. And do the, oops, I didn't get that very clean, did I? I'm gonna do the little watermelon things in aqua. I guess they're feathers and not watermelon seeds, but whatever. These chickens are also fun to do no line watercoloring, but they're a little bit difficult because they have such small features on them. Especially this one. These are tiny. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the straight blueprint sketch on that chest plate thing. Because it's still a little light because it's watered down. I'm doing it all the same color. Okay, there's that chicken. Yeah, I hate it when that happens and I wake up, it's nighttime and or the time when you are confused about what time of day it is. Okay, I'm gonna move this because actually what I'm gonna do is clean it off because now I'm gonna be doing the sky, the background portion of those guys. Let me get one of these t-shirt rags. And I'll start with the first one that I painted here. I'm going to get a little bit bigger of a brush so it's not so much tedious work. These can just go over here. Hopefully I don't set something down in them, but I likely will. It's fairly light. This one's closer to a true blue violet. I'm doing a very sloppy job. I'm not a painter. Not a painter, friends. I paint, but I'm not a painter. And I just needed to go around the creature um, enough to fill in where the I need more water. Enough to fill in where the postage stamp goes. There we go. Let's thin that out a bit. It's a little too heavy. And because I lost those lines, if they don't come back, I will color them in. Where is that? Trying to see where I need to be. I'm going to lose a little bit of tail there. Oh, actually, this one goes this way. Okay. Just kind of seeing where I need to go. I don't want to waste my time or your time painting things that don't need to be painted. But this is a blue violet, the closest I could come in that particular set of watercolors. Anyway. Okay. Chicken one. Let's go with chicken two. Chicken two goes this way. I will lose a tiny bit of tail, I think. That's okay. We don't need the whole tail. Or water. Oops. I got crazy there. My hand slipped. No biggie. And you guys know me, I'll probably come in, once these are dry, I'll probably come in with my chalk pencils and um, add shadows and stuff. Maybe. It just depends on how much time, and I have a lot to do today. Actually, I think I need to come down a bit with this. And I don't mind that it's kind of, blotchy. It's supposed to be sky. Go right over that black, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I think this, yeah, this goes all the way out, so I better make sure that I have color. I can add more if I need to later. Okay. Chicken 2. You're writing on your journal? Okay. This one's super easy because there's not a lot of chicken hanging out. Not a lot of color I need to avoid. So, my friend was supposed to go to the circus yesterday, packs up her kids, takes them there, and they canceled the show because there was no internet. I don't get it. What do you need internet for at a circus? Unless it's a VR type circus. Okay. Now, I want to cut these out. Let's see if I can find my place for my girl, because I did make it so I could access this drawer. I just don't know what the heck I did with them. Are they down here? No. Are they in here? No. In here? No. How about here? No. Maybe here and I just didn't see them. No. I just simply cannot find my cutting place for my Empress. Wait, are these it? No. All right, what the heck could you have done with them? That's just silly. Are you back here? No. Are you up there? No. Yeah, no clue. No stinking clue. I think this will fit through my Simon Hurley. I'm hoping it does. Let's just wipe this out and move these out of the way for a minute. And it's not perfectly wiped out, and I don't care. Over here. Clean that off. They're here somewhere, you guys. I just don't know where. So what I'm going to have to do, though, in order for this to fit through here is I'm going to have to trim the sides because this is only 3.5 inches. I can see some of my paint still wet there, so I'm about to dirty my plate. I might need to organize my craft room. I did. I'm just not very good at it, I guess. One chicky dicky. So I'm a person that puts stuff away in a logical place, and then I guess I just lose all logic because I don't know where that place is now. I have them have these ones all together with my other ones for my vagabond. Oh, I see them. They're back behind the Empress. Too late now. That's the logical place, is it not? Oh, Lord. And this one was going to go side to side. I can use those other pieces to stamp out my little words. You're exactly right, Glenda. You just found your desk this afternoon. Ooh, you didn't cut well. Okay, you're okay. Sometimes if the paper's still a little damp, it feels like it didn't cut right, but it did. Okay. You guys can go over here in the put away later spot or the floor. I don't want that there. I want that there. I'm going to cut some small stamps too. Okay. So here I have my Posca orange pen. And I'm going to, on the inside of this line, I'm just going to draw. I can see that I need to add more paint here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. And I'm not worried about drawing a perfectly straight line. I just want to kind of accent these in. I need more Posca pens. I really, really like these. Kind of did a sloppy job there, but that's okay. Cracks me up. Just found your desk. I understand that though. Because I had to clean up from last night this morning before I started this live. And I had to clean up from my scrap project that I'm doing off camera. Do I want some splatters on these? I think I do. And so I have a lighter orange. I'm going to try that. Let's give this a good shake, shake, shake. Find a little scrap here that I can. Maybe I want to cover just their little faces. I'm getting more on my desk than I am on the paintings. Do I want any black splatters? I don't think so. Uh, okay, so got these three. Oops, do not, what the heck do you think you're doing? Do not set that on top of there. Let's go a little bit of cleanup here. Just wipe that off, otherwise I'm going to touch it and get it on everything. Dry cloth. Well, you know what? I might not be able to use 3 of these guys. I think I can only use 2. Oh no, now I have to pick which 2. Well, obviously a rooster and a chicken, right? Although this one looks more like a chicken. I like this one better though. Okay, I'm just gonna do these 2. I'll save this one for another project or for a little tag to go in the pocket that I'll do off camera someday. Okay. I wanted to do a couple of postage stamps. So I took out my waffle flower stuff. This is the only stamps I have for postage collage. I don't want words. I don't want hugs. I do not want hugs. Okay. No, I think I'm going to skip that and let's do just the words. I mean, I have plenty on here, and plus that I have here some washi. Let's see if I have a violet blue washi. Not really. I definitely have aqua though. Dun, 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 dun. I guess violet blue just isn't a super popular color. That's pretty close. Okay. Bye, Kalinda. Thanks for coming. And what am I doing? Just laying washi down on here. Because I like to. This is sort of a translucent washi. So it may not show up anything at all. Except for the little bit of white spots, and that barely shows. That's okay, I'm still going to use it. Okay. And I think I want to do spread kindness because that's my favorite one. And let's see if I can hand stamp that. I doubt it. No, I have my doubts. I'm just not even gonna mess with that. Let's grab this scrap here and see if it's big enough. Oh, Nightbot, you have lost your mind. And I didn't hire you today. I have kicked Nightbot off of here forever because he gets a little bit nasty with people. So I'm not sure how that happened. Sorry. If it's a weird link. It looks like a weird link. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that straight with scissors. Leave a little bit of white space. Try not to smudge the ink before it dries. All right, let's put this together here. I'm going to yeah, I don't. Oh, wait. This is almost a blue violet right here. Let's move these guys for a minute. These tiny little ones, it's hard to. Nah, it's not the right. It's too blue. Well, yeah, it's too blue. It's not quite blue violet. That'll go. This will be nice with our yellow orange. Okay. I want to go darker around these edges here. And so let's grab ink. Ink, 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 ink. Whoa, no fall. I think Spice Marmalade is going to be a little bit darker because I want it a little bit darker. Yeah, there we go. Those aren't going to stick very good. That's what happens when you buy cheap washi tape. You get cheap washi tape. Well, washi's not supposed to really stick anyway. But I do need this to stick down, not pop up. There it is. All right, let's get the book. Our orange page. Move that down. So our next color next week, next Thursday, 5 o'clock Central, will be yellow orange. And it is, I want to say, we are doing analogous. So Elizabeth, if you're watching, tomorrow's analogous. Or not tomorrow, but next Thursday. I'm not doing these like every day. I just can't. I just don't have time. I has no time. I wish I had more money. Because those usually with more time, less time have more money, but that's not the case with me. I really want to, really want a freeze dryer. It's never going to happen, but because they're like $3,500, I'll never have that kind of money in my whole life. all at once, you know. And I don't do credit anymore because I get into trouble. Down you go and you stay. Go down and stay down. Because I think I want to pop up my little guy. Now I don't know which guys I picked. I think I picked this one and this one. You know what? Let me grab the blueprint sketch. I just want to enhance these edges a little. Shoot, that was close. Sorry. My bad. Bad words. All right, you guys are getting popped up. You know what? Let's use Simon's Clear. And the reason why is because it's so sticky. Stuff is so sticky. I have trouble getting the backer off of it too. It just wants to bite me. Get off and off my finger too. It's almost like the, you know, the red tape, red double-sided tape. I may tuck a couple of orange flowers in here. We'll see. I know I have orange ones, but I know I don't have blue violet. Like I said, I feel like blue violet just isn't a very popular color. I was looking around in my stuff and I didn't have anything, any of my watercolors, blue violet in anything. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Well, I'm glad you dozed off. I doze off every time almost. Either that or I'll be watching a live video and Mike will come in and start talking to me. And then I can't. I have to turn the sound down because I cannot, you know, when you're on the phone and somebody's talking to you at the same time. Yeah, no, can't handle it. My brain just don't like it. Or two people are talking at the same time. I can't follow it. Just, I can't hear anybody in that case. You're not sticking down as good as I hoped you would. Probably because my texture paste. I may have to enhance that with the, what's touching me? Okay. It's just one of these things fell off the desk. It's on my, I'm wearing shorts. It was on my leg. I'm like, oh my God. Because it's always going to be a stink. Yep, you're going to need a little, you're going to need a little glue help. Yeah, Mike is kind of a, goes to bed kind of early. Like sometimes 5 p.m. But then, you know, blank 3 o'clock in the morning, he's wide awake. Okay, where is my spread kindness? I think I want that kind of hanging off right there. So I will put a little piece of, where'd I put that clear tape? There it is. A little clear tape on one side. extra there I didn't mean to get. You stay down. That's going to be a problem, I can tell. I thought this stuff is really nice and sticky, so I thought it wouldn't give me problems, but it is. No worries, I'll glue it later if I need to. Come on. Yeah, I'm not a super fan here. It's a little bit of a pain in the tush. And it didn't stick the way I hoped it would. It's like really, really sticky, but not a strong sticky. Oh, I'm sure, Janin. Talk numbers always make you fall asleep. Let's see here. What have I got in my flowers? That's not really blue violet. I could have sworn when I was looking at this earlier, I saw perfectly orange flower. It's kind of a dark orange, but it's still orange. Here's another orange. Ooh, look at there. No, two yellow orange. I just have this bag of random flowers. No. I don't see anything else particularly orange that's going to fit in there. What's this? Okay. You are lifting, and that is making me mad. Let's do you. Go right here. Because why not? For most of us, the secret hideaway is in the bathroom. But, I mean, still, for me, the bathroom, that's the place where my cat likes to get her lovin's. And she will just come in and rub and rub and rub on my legs. And if I shut the door, that's a problem. Okay, and see, I always have to go overboard on this crap. You just aren't sticking, and it's just really starting to tip me off. Okay. Those aren't big enough. I know exactly what I need here. Guess I'll find them. Oh, I wonder if I have a violet. No, I don't. Oh, the flowers will stick. It's the part that's not sticking is this stupid clear tape. It just isn't sticking. And that's not really the tape's problem because I have put it on a surface that's probably still damp. Okay, let's add a little. Gotta have a center to those flowers. Tweezers. Just add a little sparkle in here. There we go. So there's orange for today. And I'm just going to have to sit here and probably what I'll do is put something heavy on here and just let it sit and dry. Anyway, there's our orange page. Yeah, always wonder why does my cat want to be in the bathroom with me? But I mean, different things showing solidarity. I don't know. I don't go in her cat box with her. I would never want to. But, anyway, we did orange, and I hope you like it. And if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Whoops, get back there in the middle of you. And I'll be back. I mean, I may pop in sometime during the week, as a pop-up live, but otherwise I'll be back next Thursday, 5 p.m. Central, and we will be doing yellow, orange, analogous. So thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend. Stay safe if you're getting storms. Stay cool if it's hot. Stay warm if it's cold. Take care. Bye bye.